Okay, now that the brine solution is made up properly, you simply turn on the system by pushing the start button. It'll light up green and the pump will start pumping. And the pump runs for about 45 seconds to make sure that the tubing and the cell and everything are full of salt water. And after 45 seconds, the system will start monitoring the amperage on the cell, and it will start adjusting the speed of the pump based on the amperage in the cell so that the flow and the amperage are correct, so that the oxidant going into the oxidant storage tank is always at 5,000 parts per million. So it's a nice little control feature to make sure we are producing consistent chlorine concentration. So here in a few seconds it'll slow down. You'll hear the pump change speed. You'll hear the tone change, and it'll begin adjusting about every 10 seconds. There, it just changed speed. It's now comparing the amperage on the cell and controlling the speed of the pump to get everything running nice and consistent so that you have 5,000 parts per million going to the oxidant tank. Now there are occasions when the brine is mixed inappropriately, not enough salt, not enough water, whichever. And if you don't have enough salt, the light will turn red. And so you basically then readjust the salt concentration and then turn the system off and then turn it back on again, and it should start up normally. So that's basically as simple as it is to get the system up and operating. So the pump is just about stable now, holding about a fairly constant speed, and it'll sit there and run until this brine tank is empty and automatically shut down. You can have larger brine tanks and it'll run longer. We've had customers that have run these 21 to 22 hours a day continuously for weeks on end. So it's been a very reliable system and should serve you well. Okay, one of the issues you may encounter when you first start a brand new system or a system that's been in storage for quite some time is that the pump may struggle to start. If that's the case, it is probably because the peristaltic hose in the pump has taken a set and it's difficult for the pump to rotate. So you basically will stretch the tubing, and here's the way you do that. Okay, you begin by removing the plastic top off of the pump. You remove the hose out of the housing and you simply stretch the hose about 5 times. Okay, and then you put it back in the pump. So you do that by placing the hose around the wheel, putting it in the housing, and making sure that the splines in the disc are in the location. And then you put the pump head back on, make sure that the hole in the pump head and the shaft line up, and then put it in place and snap it down. That's as simple as it is.